Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Redskins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Big edge. Under crunch. Back.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Running for it. Here's Cook. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The 20, down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Scarlett with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. First down, Murray. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Darius Leonard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
You got tape. You got him. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, 6 guys, check 6 guys.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 15 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Scarlett. 77 yards, and the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Check, ready. Come on, 15 on it. 15 on it. Watch 54. 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert 3. 81. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Switch, switch, switch. Showing up. Showing up.
He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. They'll run it with Scarlett, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 34.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Scarlett. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Madison. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
At the Redskins' 23-yard line.
180. 56.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Scarlett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Murray. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Murray now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Murray has the first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Colts.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rosen will throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here we go. Hey, come on.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
From the 27, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, it's Murray. He finds finds Beckham, complete. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Murray now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's first and 5.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike.
Here's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Cook able to escape. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Let's go now. Come on, 91. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
You can't block me.
They turn to Scarlett again, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense.
And now a carry here for their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now a give here to Scarlett. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ballard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Middle.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check. Watch the twist. Hey, quarter.
On 2nd and 9. Rosen is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd and 1.
54. Mike 54. Go. Trash. That's trash. Joker.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't so much that looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
Murray now, and he's got his man Hilton. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Murray now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw, it's Murray. It's caught. Beckham. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
He took gain of 13 and brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Complete to Hilton. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Washington Redskins, first down.
Let's go, baby.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That's out to his running back, Michel. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
54, right there, 54. 6 man. Check curls.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go. Come on, let's bring it. Watch 12. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. I'm coming.
To throw is Murray. They'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
36.
Tight dog.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Rosen to a knee, and that ought to do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Colts, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.